Good morning and 1st of November. There's the Whoop Whoop team, yes. And it was an exciting month. And we actually are so excited about the month of November because we know how huge this month could be. And it's a so, I don't know if people have been listening to Orion's Top Recruiter posts, but there's 9 of them. He finished it today. Use that. Go in and listen to that because it was amazing. He said the month of October, there was more volume in the month of October than over 6 years of the first years of Zinzino. I think it's crazy. Okay, now we've got Peter here. Peter, you were at the very beginning. You were in all those years, and now I think it's amazing, Peter. You just passed 30,000 customers and partners in your team.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, and we know that that's going to be people from the United States. And it's going to be faster than 12 years that you did. I know that.
Hopefully. Much faster.
Peter, I think you're the expert in this. I mean, now we're coming into probably the biggest month ever in Zinzino. Probably it will be the biggest month. There was over 1,500 people that got the 200% ECB. We know that some people didn't make it. We want them to keep working. What are you doing right now?
Yeah, thank you, Carla, and thank you for inviting me. And as I talked with Carla the other day, I hope to connect with you guys more from now on. So I hope I'm not too boring, so you will invite me again. It was actually a pretty funny day yesterday because we reached, I logged into the computer 3 o'clock Danish time, and then I saw that I had 30,002 customers. And when we closed the month at midnight, it was 30,760.
Wow!
So in 9 hours, 758 customers came into the team.
Wow.
And one of my good friends who is getting more and more into my business, he has about 750 customers. So it's just it just shows the system and what we have here if we really use the system. Mm-hmm. And even though we had a good week with, I think we had about 10,000 euros. I asked Ian, what did you have? And he's actually just calculated in dollars. It's about $77,000 in 1 week.
Wow.
So and if all you guys here on the line, if you knew that was your income in 3 to 5 years, how would you act? I know you act that when you have the money, but how would you treat your business? Mm-hmm. And I think that's the biggest lesson, because I know so many people who told me before we came into the event in Stockholm that they thought everybody was almost dead and nobody wanted to do anything, and they were not happy with the speed we had on the team and with the excitement we had in the team. We are not happy. Definitely, if you looked at the Danish numbers, we are definitely not happy. But the fun part, all those dead people, they all got 5 points. Mm-hmm. So it's like, there's nothing wrong with the people in the team. Mm-hmm. The only problem is the leadership. Mm-hmm. And that's what I always ask myself about, in any situation where I'm not happy, I always ask myself, how would Ern have handled the same situation? And the only answer I always have is, it will be much better. So I need to learn something. and that's what this business is about. It's working hard and learning, and not just take off the head and just work and then be depressed that your business is not growing like you want it. But it is the numbers, the new meetings you have. I went to a partner Friday. I signed him up a week before, and I had 2 meetings Friday night. One became customer. Then we had 4 meetings the next morning, and 3 more became customers, and 1 became normal partner, ultimate partner. So it's like, and that was the darkest place you can find in Denmark. It's south of Jutland, where Carla used to live, and if they are so excited about what we have down there, it's like this business can explode.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun, and we need to have a lot of fun. I don't know if I can say this in US, but I do it anyway. I had one of the customer meetings was with a girl that was I don't know what you call it in American, bedemand. What is that?
He's a funeral director.
Yeah, and it was actually a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So we had so much fun in this meeting, because she's starting being a little very angry about what we did, because she said, "You have ruined my local market. Now everybody will live longer, and I will not get any more customers." And we just had so many fun jokes. Yeah. So and I said to Finn, the guy that should call the next day to follow up and get a new customer, I said, "Finn, you really need to say to her, if she want to do Zinzino or use the product, she has to be deadly serious. Otherwise, she cannot use it." And then I said, you really have to take care when you say that you don't laugh yourself to death. And we just have so many fun stories around. And I think that's important. When we go out and have these meetings, we don't be so serious. Of course, we want to have focus, and we want to get through presenting what we have. But we also want to make a lot of fun on all the meetings. So we just look forward for the next meeting, and people want to hang around with us because it's just so much fun. So that's basically some of the stuff I've been doing lately. And I'm out building a new team. I think I reached 7,000 in balance in the new team. So at the moment, I only look at myself as a platinum, because that's what I'm producing. All the other big leaders is doing all the other good job. So I'm just talking to Peter like the platinum, and get it going. You can do diamond next month, and it will be so exciting. But it's actually a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun to actually see how brilliant this business is now, and it's time that we actually implement it. And I'm maybe, I think I talk right now most to the people who didn't reach the 5 points. This is the month where you should shine. This is the month where you say, no matter what, if I get the extra ECB, so what? I'm going to build this business anyway. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know if some of you saw in the Danish group, I posted a picture from a meeting I actually had, which was very fun at some point. And this guy, he collected frogs that was driven over by a car. And then he had this wood wall in the garden where he put it up. He hammered it up with a nail. So he had about 20 frogs, dead, very flat frogs on the wood. And the fun part with all those frogs is that all of them had different ways of dying. Some of them was dying. You could just look how they were looking the second they were smashed out. And what I wrote in this text this morning was that the only thing you can do wrong in Zinzino is to stop, because somebody will drive you over, and that's what I'm talking. Is it funny?
That's funny.
I'm funny. I'm funny.
You're
Oh,
funny.
okay. Okay. It's Danish humor.
Yes, it is.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
If this was the first meeting, you would be in shock now. You need to go to a shrink.
Yeah.
So
if Peter doesn't scare people away and he can hit up to Ambassador in 30,000, we all can do it.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. No, but you know, it's like if you didn't get the 5 points, you know,
Mhm.
be more crazy than ever. And to be honest, you know, the 200% was not for your weekly commission, so you can earn all the money every week like you used to do. So that will not be a problem. Of course, the monthly bonus, if you could reach a car bonus or a phone bonus, it will be a little bit easier, but you can do that anyway. Just do more work and reach the goals, because I know what's coming. I know what's coming in December, and I've never seen anything like that. And I can guarantee you, for the people who work like crazy in November, what we have in December, you will just smile all December that you worked hard in November. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any more frog stories, and I actually really need to leave now for a meeting.
Okay,
But
you just say one more thing though, Peter, before you go. We have, in the middle of this crazy month, we're really lucky. We have an event here in Minnesota, and you know one of the guys, my upline, your downline, Pete Anderson, director here in Denmark, is coming to the event, and he's a life coach, and you've known him for a long time.
yeah, Pete is a very, very special person. Pete, he's the one who have taught most coaches in Denmark. Many years ago, I looked at before I knew anything about meditation and stuff like that. I looked at the Danish business newspaper called Børsen, and in the front there was one of the biggest CEOs in Denmark with the biggest companies, and he was sitting in front of the newspaper meditating. And I thought, you know, for me, I wanted to know about it. What is that? So he talked about this course called the Silva Methods. And I went to the course, and Pete was the teacher. And actually, he was the best teacher of all of them at that point. He has nothing to do with that today. But I went to this course for 3 days, and he actually opened my mind to personal development. And that has been my lucky points, because what I knew on that course, because you know, all of you maybe know about my background. I had so many of the same years in school, and that's not too smart. So actually I've been in school a long time, but it was because I needed to take the classes again and again and again. It was not because I was taking new stuff. It was the same I needed to repeat. But for me it was a blessing, because he opened my eyes that no matter what, no matter your background, no matter how you did in school, you can do whatever you want. And I don't know, I think it's 20,000 hours he has been teaching, getting paid for it. So he's just absolutely one of the best teachers we have in Zacino. So if you haven't brought everybody you know and you have on your list or got our presentations once for a long time ago, they really want to see Pete, and also of course get everything out of him when he's there. So book him totally crazy for coachings in between. Mm-hmm. So make sure he don't have any rest at all, because when he's peaking, and you guys, you just need to get everything out and put it in, because he has some good stuff, and he's one of my favorite people on this earth. So yeah, I could talk about Pete for a very long time, and he's such a good guy. So you haven't seen anything yet. You thought you had some good uplines, but wait and see. Sorry, Carla. Sorry to myself. So, but I need to check out.
Okay.
Take care, guys.
Thank you so much, Peter. We so appreciate it.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Peter.
Wow. How fantastic was that?
That was great.
And it's fun to see how much different people can be, you know. Just to let you know, when I said, when we all were on getting ready to go, I said, okay, let's do this and we'll have high energy, you know. And he says, if we're going to have high energy, why did you invite me? I said, well, we got the rest of the energy. We need you here too. But everybody can do this. But you guys, what a great month of October, right?
Super.
Yes.
Super.
It was crazy. And actually, I do think what he said about before that, people were wondering, okay, there isn't a lot of activity in Zinzino. It wasn't just the U.S., it was all over. I think people took an extra long summer vacation. We were all kind of, okay, let's see what we're doing and taking it easy. Somebody wrote on the Facebook page, they said, you know, what if we worked like this all the time?
Right, exactly.
Could you imagine where this would go? Can you imagine the paychecks everybody would have? This would be huge. But I think, too, it kind of proves if you treat this as a hobby, you get a hobby pay. If you treat this as a business, Jeff, you know the difference, right?
I know the difference. There's a big difference. Yes. You got to work it all the time. It's not something you do once in a while if you want to have a big business. It's got to be constantly on the forefront, on your mind and stuff. You do have to take breaks from it, absolutely. But, you know, being consistent with anything is the most important.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think we should be having people, what would you guys say? What should people be doing right now? Donna, Christy?
Well, you know, Carla, I love the campaigns. And I think that a lot of people that are going for them or that they know about them or maybe even reach them, when it gets to the end of the campaign, they're excited or maybe they're a little bit disappointed they didn't reach it, but they think that that's the end of the race. They think that that's the finish line. And realistically, that's just the beginning. That's just the starting point. You know, so if you were reaching for the campaign or if you hit it, or maybe it just wasn't a good time for you and your business and you had a lot going on in your personal life, that's okay. This is just the beginning. So get out there and do the activity and have the meeting and just keep that momentum and that excitement going. Mm-hmm. And that'll make a huge difference.
And Donna, I know we were talking too about a lot of people feel kind of like, whoo, you know, we just made this. Yeah. And actually.
Yep, and like Christy said, if they can keep that momentum going and start it at the beginning of the month rather than waiting for the middle or the end to get, you know, to end off their month, get it going at the beginning of the month. Yeah, we're on the road today, going to go start up a new partner.
Woo!
Absolutely. And, you know, a lot of people, when you're going out there for those meetings, people can feel that excitement. They don't know that you're going for a campaign or that a lot of people are excited in the business, but they can feel it from you. So keep that excitement and get out there and show it in your meeting. You know, and if you did not make the campaign, somebody in your downline had made the campaign, get to working with them and get this momentum going because it's going to affect your business also.
It's exciting. I know, Angie, you had a lot of people in your team that worked hard to the last second.
Yeah, and it's all about, you know, keeping going and not giving up, having that mindset that you're after this and you're going to work it until the end. And it's about that this whole month now, too, just making that decision, having that mindset that you're going for it and you're going to keep the activity going and you're not going to give up and fight till the end and you'll get there.
Yeah. But I think what we really see is, you know, we can be all these new people that we're going to talk to right now. And from now, if we're out there doing the same thing, again, I'm going to stress, right now, it's a lot of things are about the recruiting. We've got customers, we've got partners, but let's get out there and give this opportunity to way more people. Oregon has done, and I wish I could just quote all of his points. He's had 29 points over the last 9 days. Watch those. They're only 10, 15 minutes max each time. Do it in a couple hours. They're amazing. Take notes. Use that experience he has about getting people in this business. and it's going to rock. And between now and the event, you know, and I guess maybe that's one thing I really want to stress. Some people are saying, well, the event, should I go? I think we all are in agreement. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the events are so important, Carla. So important. If you want to continue growing a business, have a big business, go to the events. It's not even a question. Just go. Just put it on your calendar and go to all of them. That's how important they are.
Yeah. Get around a lot of people, like-minded people.
Mm-hmm. The energy at the events, what you learn. You want to come and hear somebody like Pete, who opened up Peter Sørensen's mind years and years ago. What an amazing thing that we can be doing. He's flying in from Denmark, actually. And he's everybody's upline. So come and meet him. We also have our CEO flying in. Our CEO is prioritizing this. We have people coming in from overseas, guys. We have partners coming in from all kinds of different states that are paying their flight and staying here and coming to hear this because they want to boom in their states. We're ready for that. So we need the people that are in the business. If you want to build the business, if you want to have 30,000 customers someday, if you want to make $500 extra, if you want to do 5,000, 50,000, what is it Orion was making in 1 week? Lots of money in a week. We need to learn the skills. It's just a skill set, and you don't get that if you're not at the events. So bluntly, if you want to build a business, you will be there. Period.
Yep.
But
it starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the month that it's going to be the craziest month ever in Zinzino's history. They knew it was coming. It's like pedal to the metal time. This is where we can really have fun with it because of these crazy things going on. Use the energy. Start on day one. Start today. Don't wait. Right, guys?
That's right.
Any last words that you want people to know for sure?
Well, keep in mind, we still have a campaign running. Any new partner that comes in the business with the ultimate kit, you can help them get double fast start bonuses. So we're so excited about that. There's still campaigns running. Just because that ECB one has finished, come on, we still have more running. That's right.
So true. Last words, Jeff?
It's up to you as an individual to, whether you want a big business or just make a few $100s. It's totally up to you, but it starts with you. You're the only one that you can be responsible for. And just go out there and start talking to people. You know what? If you want to have 30,000 people in the business like Peter, it starts with you talking to people. Mm-hmm. That's where it starts. So in 5 years, who knows where you'll be, just because you made the decision to start talking to people and going to the events and being plugged into the system.
It's so important. It really is. It's all about you. It doesn't, nobody else. It's not about your upline. It's not about your downline. Your business is you and what you're doing. You set the pace. Don't tell people what to do. It's up to you. Are you putting people in? Are you doing that? So important. Angie, last words.
Yep. So it's all about you, like you and Jeff said. So make the decision to get into recruiting mode and get yourself to the event and every partner in your team there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you guys ready for an amazing November? I know. And actually, I think, we really can do a lot between now and the event. So let's see who can hit new titles even before the event. I'm not sure. Everybody out there, let's get out there and hit those. Are we ready?
We're ready. Let's get her done.
Let's do this. November.
Let's get her started.